from downtown Cleveland, MLB The Show has baseball from Progressive Field. Today we've got a good matchup ahead between the Kansas City Royals and the Cleveland Indians. Major League Baseball on The Show is next. Corey Kluber out of the 49th state of Alaska is on the mound. What do you have for us on him, Danny?
Well, this guy's kind of unique. How about a 5-pitch repertoire that he has? That gives him a lot of options for both righties and lefties. And if he's on, he could be really tough to hit.
Here's ALCIDES Escobar, the shortstop. He will lead this one off today.
The afternoon for Kansas City. Shortstop, number 2.
Grounded back up the middle. A dive, but he can't get a glove on it. It's through for a base hit.
Well, you give up a leadoff base hit. I don't care if it's up the middle or if it's off the wall. You don't want to give up a hit to the leadoff guy. Now you find yourself working out of the stretch. Let's see if he's able to get a ground ball and maybe get a double play.
The third baseman, Mike Moustakas, now. First delivery to him on the way. Goes after the sinker there as this is fouled away. Nobody out, runner on first. Chop foul over towards the dugout. Open stance by Moustakas, and now the pitch. Another one sent foul.
Well, that's 3 foul balls in a row. He's definitely battling up there.
Good job of holding up on the low ball there, and it's 1-2. And there are our umpires calling balls and strikes in this one, Mr. James Kingsley.
Yeah, James Kingsley, solid umpire, and pretty universally appreciated around the game. Basically, he's not a guy you're ever dreading to see behind the plate.
And there's a sinker that he just spits on as it misses low.
Well, he hasn't thrown him a strike yet in this at-bat, and we're 2-2. Clearly on the mound, he's banking on the fact that he'll chase pitches if you give him a chance.
From the stretch. And he got him. Chance now for a look at the Royals starting lineup. Harold, what's the key for him against one of the best starters in the game?
Well, the key to me in this one, I'm going to throw a cliche at you, Matt. You know I don't use many cliches. I would have to say have great energy. Play with some enthusiasm. Be excited about playing. And if they do that, man, they carry it through for 9 innings. Look out.
Now at the plate, Lorenzo CAIN. First swings for him in this one with a runner still at first and 1 gone. Prior to the at-bat, a check on first. And he'll get back in safely. Perhaps wisely, another look to first. And he just manages to get his hand in. Hold strike at the letters, 0-1. Hit out towards second. Reined in. There's one. On to first, but not in time as he beats it out.
Batting fourth, first baseman number 35.
So a runner at first here with 2 gone in the inning. And standing in, here's the first baseman, Eric Hosmer. Sinker runs outside to start the at-bat, 1-0. Good tailing action there. It's 1-1. And then that's a pretty good example of why he's such a great pitcher.
Yeah, stuff. Stuff is obviously the important key to being dominant on the mound, but it doesn't mean a whole lot if you don't have outstanding control to go along with it. But he does, and he really spotted that pitch.
CAIN runs. Hit back up the middle. Scooped up. Throw on to first gets him, and the side is retired. One left for Kansas City. And now the Indians will see what their bats can do in a scoreless ball game. Danny Duffy gets the ball for the Royals in this one. What do we need to know here, HR?
Well, he's got 4 pitches to work with and uses them all at all different times in the game. So he keeps hitters off balance and gives you a lot to think about.
Here's Carlos Santana now. He'll lead things off here in the bottom half of the first.
First baseman, Carlos Santana.
And that one right down Main Street. Now the 0-1. This one is fouled away up to the concourse area.
He's clearly looking to hit off the fastball and adjust. That's a pretty good swing after seeing 2 fastballs now in a row.
0-2, here it is. And that slider's almost in the dirt.
Boy, that's a great breaking ball right there. That's a tough pitch to lay off when that ball is coming in at that plane right there. Quality take.
Ready to deliver the 1-2. Fouled straight back.
Well, that's back-to-back breaking balls. He's able to foul that one off. Will they come back with a third?
Again, a 1-2. And here's a ball hit in the air. Mondesi ranging into the outfield. 1 out. Time now in Cleveland to take a glance at the Tribe's starting lineup. Who stands out to you, Danny?
Well, one of their hotter hitters has been Carlos Santana. He doesn't let the pressure of the big moment get to him. I love watching this guy hit in clutch situations. It's like he takes a deep breath and everything stops in front of him. He plays like the Zen man.
Digging in the switch hitter, Jose Ramirez. He'll get to take his first cuts here. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. And a fastball just below the knees, ball 1. Ready with the 1-0 pitch. Pulled high in the air out to left field. Gordon is underneath this one. 2 gone.
Batting third, the shortstop.
Coming to the plate now, Francisco Lindor. No one aboard for him, and 2 gone here in the first. From the stretch. Takes a fastball on the inside corner. Duffy sets, coming at him with the 0-1. A wave and a miss, a tick behind a good fastball. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. He got him. Lively fastball that time, and it puts an end to the inning. Down in order go the Tribe. Still no score. Here's the catcher, Salvador Perez. He'll start things out here against Corey Kluber.
Salvador Perez.
First pitch of the at-bat. And that one stayed too low, apparently. Into his windup. Here comes the 1-0. Here's a high pop-up. Lindor is there for it. He's got it 1 away.
All right, here's how the Indians line up defensively, brought to you by Majestic. And behind the plate, GOMES. You know, he calls one of the best games in baseball. He's got a great pitching staff to work with. But the thing I like about him, he will throw to different bases, and he can only do that because he's got such good footwork.
Here's the left fielder, Alex Gordon. Here comes the first pitch. And there's one well above the zone for a ball. No score here as we play inning number 2. Hit toward the right side. Throw on to first, and Gordon is retired here for the second out.
Batting 7th, designated hitter, Brandon Moss.
So coming to the plate, Brandon Moss. He'll work on keeping this top of the second alive. Here comes the pitch to Moss. Just a bit jumpy that time, swung on and missed.
It looks like he just swung right over that sinker right there. What is so hard about a sinker, you have to almost go underneath it and scoop it. If you got one of those swings that goes over the top, you're never going to hit him.
And this misses the outside corner, so it's knotted up at 1-1. From the windup, the 1-1 pitch. Looks like he swung it underwater that time for strike 2. Ready on 1-2. And they'll try to get him fishing there, but he won't offer in the dirt, and it's back to even at 2-2. The pitch. A swing and a miss on a ball way outside the strike zone, and the inning is over. KC down in order. We'll go to the bottom of the second. No score. EDWIN Encarnacion now. He'll get us going here in the bottom half of the second.
EDWIN Encarnacion.
From the stretch, here's the pitch. And a good idea to hold off on that swing. It's ball 1. Here comes the 1-0. Looking at a tough pitch called a strike.
We're seeing quite a few pitches up from him right now, and that can obviously be dangerous. A cold strike there, but he might need to lower his sights a little bit.
Here's the 1-1 delivery. And a fastball just a bit high. He's set, and the 2-1 pitch. Oh, and not an easy pitch to lay off of, but he did somehow, and he's got it to 3-1. He's set. Here's the 3-1. And a base hit, so the leadoff man is on to begin the inning.
Well, that's a slider breaking in right there, and if it's not in on your hands, that's a dangerous pitch. He got lucky that ball didn't go further.
Michael Brantley.
Stepping into the box, Michael Brantley, as he'll get his first opportunity in this one. first offering on its way. And this is taken outside for ball one. A runner at first with no outs here. And he won't bite at that one either. It's 2-0.
Well, 2-0 now, and this is where he makes his money. If he gets a pitch to hack at, you could bet he's not going to hold back.
Ready with the 2-0 pitch. A high fastball is in there.
Well, that looked like a good pitch to hit right there. I thought he might be swinging 2-0, but that's what makes him such a good hitter. He's really zeroing in on his spot. He got the fastball he's looking for, but it wasn't in the location.
Here comes the 2-1 to Brantley. And he gets a piece there and chops it foul at home plate as the count moves to 2-2 now. A 2-2 count. Here's the pitch. Left side. And no chance there for Escobar. It's a base hit.
Back-to-back hits, and now the inning is set up. They're trying to put the first run on the board so you can bunt, move them up. Now you're second and third. You may draw the infield in. Or if they sit back, get the easy ground ball, and you pick up the first run of the game. But it's all set up with those back-to-back singles, and now you can do whatever you want to do with the rest of the inning.
Standing in now, Brandon Geyer, as he takes a cold strike at the knees. It's 0-1.
Well, he's got himself a little bit of a jam right here, Matt. He's got 2 on, nobody out. Look, I want to get a double play ball. Just pitch the contact, get the double play here.
And this is pulled hard but foul. Hope they brought their gloves for that one out there. Nothing in 2 count, and the pitch. Now this is hit not all that hard out to second. And he indeed takes only the out at first as the runners move to second and third with 1 away now.
All right, here's how the Royals are lined up defensively, brought to you by Majestic. And behind the plate is Salvador Perez. He's one of the bigger catchers in the league. He stands about 6'4", 6'5". He took a lot of foul balls through the years off that face mask in his chest. He even changed how he was catching the ball. But I love him back there. Catch and throw and gun people down.
Standing in now with runners in scoring position, Yan Gomes. And he could give his guys an early lead if he can come through here. Chopped weakly to the left. And he's safe. In time to first, and there are 2 away.
Batting 8.
And that will bring up Eric Gonzalez. And a high strike there, 0-1. Took a wave at one around the shins with no luck.
Definitely a big pitch coming up right here. He's going to be pumped if he can work his way out of this inning with the game still tied.
Now this is up and in, and I don't think he likes that location much. It's ball 1.
Well, a pitcher can tell you a lot early in the game. With this veteran pitcher out here, fastball in. To me, it looks like he's going to try to take that inside half and say, that is mine.
Hoping to send him packing. Pitch on its way. And he's down on strikes, so they get 2 men into scoring position, but that's as far as they'll get as the side is retired. Indians strand a couple. Will move to the 3rd with no score. back from Progressive Field as we're set for the beginning of the third inning here on the show. Now batting, Jorge Soler. He'll look to get something going here in this scoreless ball game.
Jorge Soler.
He's ready. Here's the first offering. Started to go around, but it's ruled strike one anyway. Oh and 1. Here it comes. And a pitch in the dirt as he lays off. It's 1-1. Pitch on the way. And this one runs a little too far in. Ball 2. Two balls and a strike. Here it is. And a changeup here, but that's taken low in the dirt for a ball.
Well, he finds himself in danger of walking the 8-hitter right here. That's just something you don't want to do. You walk the 8-hitter, the 9-hitter can bunt him over, starts a big inning, he can hit and run. It could lead to a lot of problems.
Chop foul over towards the coaching box. Into the windup, ready with the payoff pitch. Soft liner towards short. And the throw here is in time. Very nicely done there at short for the first out.
Second baseman, RAUL Mondesi.
And that brings in the speedy RAUL Mondesi Jr. Ground ball. Oh, and that's off the second base bag. And they won't get an out from this as he's able to reach on a play that you just don't see very often.
Number 2, shortstop, ALCIDES ESCOBAR.
Ready for another chance. ALCIDES ESCOBAR. A base hit in his first trip. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Here's a sinker to start him out, but he wouldn't bite. It's ball 1. Third inning, no score to this point. Perhaps a little low there. It's 2-0.
Well, you can see what he's trying to do right there. Double play situation. 2 balls down in the zone, trying to get that ground ball. Didn't get him to bite at either one. Now he's behind in the count, 2-0.
And the runner back. Hitters count. Here's the 2-0 pitch. Hops this one up just beyond the infield on the right side. Long run, but he tracks this one down out there for the second out. Nice play. Digging in to try it again. Mike Moustakas. 0 for 1 for him here in this one. He comes set. Here's the 0-0 pitch. And a cut fastball, but this bounces near the plate for a ball. A runner on first with 2 away. And a changeup right down the middle.
Oh, that's for sure going to be a pitch he wants back. You're not going to get many balls right in the wheelhouse from a top-level arm like this.
Moustakas waits on the 1-1. Down low, 2 balls and a strike. He's set, and the 2-1 pitch. Skied in the air to straightaway left. Brantley is under it. No trouble with this one, and the inning is over. We'll get a look at Austin Jackson when we come back. Home half of the third coming up. No score. Here's Austin Jackson, the center fielder. He'll get us going in the home half of inning number 3.
Center fielder, Austin Jackson.
Here's the first pitch to him. Swing and a miss just behind a lively fastball. Well, as demonstrated there, that's a tough pitch to do anything with.
Yeah, good luck. But hey, a high fastball all of a sudden becomes really dangerous for a pitcher if it's not spotted above the zone. A little height difference makes all the difference.
And this one's downstairs. It's a ball and a strike. One and one. Here it comes. And able to lay off the fastball away here. 2-1 now. Here it comes. Now a fastball. Look out as he has to duck out of harm's way there. On deck, Carlos Santana. He's set. Here's the 3-1. Way out in front. Swing and a miss as he starts the third the same way he ended the second, with a punch out, one away.
Leading off the inning, your job is to get on base and set the table for the inning. That was a pretty good at bat that he pushed the count to 3-2 and made the pitcher work, but I think he'd like to have that 3-2 pitch back. Pretty sure that was ball 4 he went after.
Into the box, Carlos Santana. As the first pitch misses to him, it's ball 1. It was a fly out for him to start the home first. One 1-0 pitch on the way. And this is fouled back and out of play. Santana waiting on a 1-1, and he pulled up in time, but it's a called strike 2. The 1-2 pitch, and there's a pitch that just misses the inside corner. And now this ball's lifted in the air down the right field line, but this will get back into the seats, so the count holds at 2-2. Another 2-2 offering. Look out. Don't want to hit him there. It's full 3-2.
And that ball's not intentional. That was not even a fastball. Relax, relax now, people. I know we get excited when the ball's up and in.
Oh, and this is swung on and missed. 4 strikeouts already, and that's out number 2.
2 up, 2 down on strikes in this inning. He looks really sharp out there, guys.
Jose Ramirez.
Stepping in and ready for another shot, Jose Ramirez. 0 for 1 here in the early going. First pitch coming. Here it is. Now a swing and a miss as they start him out on a pitch well inside for strike 1.
Boy, not a good swing there. That was really ugly. Anytime you can make a hitter look like that, you've done something special.
Did it look to you like he was guessing on the pitch?
Oh, certainly it had to be, Matt, but if he was, he obviously wasn't looking for that pitch.
And he lays off for ball 1. Here it comes on 1-1. 2-1.
Hey, you can't let that bother him right there. This might be a good time for the catcher to have a little conversation. Just tell him, next pitch. Don't worry about that one.
Bottom of inning number 3, 0-0 our score. Takes a high fastball for a strike. Duffy sets. Here's the 2-2. A fastball that just misses inside. Ready to deliver the full count pitch. Little dribbler down the line. There's a swing and a drive hit well out to right field. Looking up is Soler. And that one is gone on a 2-strike count with 2 away in the inning. A solo shot here to straightaway right field as the Tribe move out in front 1-0.
Tell you, he looked like he was on cruise control, striking out the first 2 batters. But if this game teaches you anything, it's that you can never take him out for granted. Exhibit A, a homer.
Now batting, the shortstop, Francisco Lindor.
So here's Francisco Lindor now as he looks at a fastball that's in there for strike 1. Looking to put the ball in play here. He went down on strikes in his first at-bat. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Pitch swung on and hit in the air. He takes the turn and heads for second. And that one skips up over the wall for a ground rule double.
Number 10, designated hitter, EDWIN Encarnacion.
EDWIN Encarnacion is in with 2 away now as he looks at a called strike 1.
Well, he got a high strike on a fastball right there. That's pretty unusual. Usually early in the count, you're going to see a guy work down in the zone. That high fastball, usually the put-away pitch with 2 strikes. He pitched him backwards right here.
Checks his swing, but this will be strike 2 call. The 0-2 delivery. That's inside and low. It's a ball and 2 strikes.
Boy, his pitch count has really spiked here in this inning. He's up to over 50 already.
Got him. Indians are on the board first thanks to this solo home run. We're through 3 here by the lake. It's now 1-0 Cleveland. Digging in for his second at-bat, Lorenzo CAIN. He'll lead things off here in this 1-run contest. Into the windup and the pitch. Lays off 1-0. Into his windup. Here comes the 1-0. And the slider stayed low apparently for a ball. From the windup, the 2-0 pitch. Line toward the alley in left center. That gets down, and he's got himself a base hit. In now, Eric Hosmer. He's 0 for 1 thus far. First pitch coming. Here it is. Takes a look at a strike over the inside corner. 0-1 count. Here it comes. Turned on that one and crushed it. Just pulled it a little foul. Here's the 0-2. And another foul ball. No runs, 3 hits, and no errors so far for the Royals. Sinker misses, and it's 1-2 now. The 1-2 pitch to third. Oh, what a stop on the slide to first. It's in time.
The catcher, number 13, Salvador.
Here's the catcher, Salvador Perez. Comes into this at bat 0 for 1 in the ball game. Out of play. The 0-1. Swing, and he pops him up over toward foul territory. And this is going to wind up a foul ball. Looking to put him away. Here's the 0-2. And he missed with it. It's 1-2.
I'm pretty surprised by the location on those last 3 pitches. The book on him is that he hits the Wei pitch pretty well, and he just saw 3 in a row out there.
So does he go back out there again?
No, Matt, I expect him to mix it up. Most catchers won't call for the same location over and over and over.
And he'll just get a piece here as this is chopped foul at home plate. Working for the punch out and the offering. Good sinker that time as he gets a piece and chops it foul at home plate. A ball and 2 strikes. Here's the pitch. 1-2 is the cut fastball, but he holds back 2-2.
This guy's a good hitter. He's seen a lot of pitches already, fouling balls off. But as the pitcher, I got to keep throwing him strikes. And if he hits it, hopefully it's at somebody.
2-2 count. Here it comes. And he's getting his money's worth up there now. It's full 3-2.
Now this is what baseball's about. A pitcher and hitter going back and forth. Foul ball, strike, foul ball. I can't wait to see how this ends.
Here's the payoff pitch. Hit to third. Backhanded. Throw in time at first for out number 2.
The left fielder, number 4.
Here's the left fielder, Alex Gordon, as he'll look to bring home that tying run from second with a base hit into the outfield. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Wouldn't bite on a good sinker that time that missed. Here it comes, 1-0. And he just gets a piece there as this is chopped foul. Good lead there at second. Here's the pitch. And he misses 2-1. No runs, 3 hits, and no errors so far for the Royals. Hit softly on the ground to third. Ramirez charging this one. Throw to first will get him easily, and the side is retired. Royals leave 1. It remains 1-0. Here's Michael Brantley, 1 for 1 after a single his first time up.
Michael Brantley.
He's set. Here it comes. Trying to lay one down here, but he misses strike 1.
Tried to drag butt himself on there. Didn't work, and he probably won't try it for a second time, but the defense still has to respect it. 0-1. Here's the pitch. High in the air out to center field.
CAIN is under it. He's got it one away.
Now batting, right fielder.
Riding in once again, Brandon Geyer. 0 for 1 for him here in this one. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Takes a look at one catching the outside corner. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Swing and a liner, but foul. Now the 0-2 pitch. Too low with a fastball there. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
On 0-2, you'll sometimes get a guy to chase a fastball out of the zone away or up, but when it's way down like that, it's much easier to lay off because you can tell the ball is moving further away from eye level as it comes in.
Ready to deliver the 1-2. Slider stayed too low. Ball 2.
2-2.
One out, nobody on. And he misses with that one down and in. It's a full count now, 3-2.
Not what you want to do on the mound, go from 0-2 to 3-2, but credit the man in the box for being patient, even with 2 strikes.
He's set. Here's the 3-2. And he lost him here on 3-2 as that pitch misses. It's ball 4.
2 ways to look at this walk. If you're the hitting coach, you say, that's a great AB. Down 0-2 and you work the walk. But if you're a pitcher like me, that's just a case of letting a guy off the hook, and that can really frustrate you.
Here's the catcher, GOMES. He's 0 for 1 after grounding out in his only trip to the plate so far. Here's the first pitch to him. Fastball off the plate away for ball 1. Runner at first here, 1 man out. There's a knee-high pitch that catches the zone.
What a great adjustment. The high fastball in the first one didn't have a good release point. The next one he's able to put it on the corner, correcting himself as the at-bat goes on. I love it.
Ready with the 1-1. In front of the changeup, and he can't keep it fair. 2 strikes on him now.
Well, he's out in front of that changeup. I think, Matt, that was a result of the fastball, the pitch before. He's throwing so hard, you got to honor that fastball in that situation.
Hard on the ground towards short, and no chance there for Escobar. It's a base hit.
Got the ground ball he's looking for right there. Hard grounder, but it just wasn't at somebody. If it's at somebody, it's a double play ball. Now he's got to get back to work and maybe get another one.
And that'll bring up Eric Gonzalez as he will look at a first pitch fastball for ball 1. He was a strikeout victim in his first try. He's ready. Here's the 1-0. And he takes a pitch right down the middle. A 1-1 count. Here's the pitch. And he takes one off the inside corner for ball 2.
He's got a couple of pitches to deal with right here, but he's starting to lose command of his pitches. It might be time to take a step back and try to refocus on making some good pitches.
He's set, and the 2-1 pitch. And he can't catch the corner here, so he's behind 3-1.
Well, he falls behind 3-1 right now, but man, he is really throwing the ball well. He's been attacking them all game.
Here's a swing and a ground ball, but this will wind up foul as he runs the count full now. First and second now, 1 man out. Neither guy willing to give in, and the at-bat will continue. Another payoff pitch. And a fastball swung on and missed as he just reared back there. 2 away.
Man, I love watching a pitcher that just rears back and blows smoke by a guy at the letters. That's the ultimate challenge pitch. And for me personally, watching hitters swing and miss, man, that's a sight of beauty.
Here's Austin Jackson, the center fielder, as he takes a fastball off the plate for a ball, 1-0. Looking to put the ball in play here. He went down on strikes in his first at bat. Trying to hang a 0. Here's the pitch. Hits this one hard the other way. On to first, and the Triber held in check as the inning is over. Indians strand a couple, but they lead it 1-0. Now at the plate, Brandon Moss.
Leading off for the
He's
Royals,
0 for 1 thus far.
Designated hitter, Brandon Moss.
Pitch on the way. A little tardy there. No balls and a strike. The windup and the 0-1. Now a cut fastball, but that doesn't threaten the zone. It's even at 1. Here comes the pitch to Moss. Think he held up in time, but that becomes moot as it's a called strike 2. Outside and low that time. Now it's 2 balls and 2 strikes. Into the windup. Here comes the 2-2 pitch. Popped high in the air. Ramirez on the move. 1 away.
The right fielder, number 12, Jorge Soler.
Coming to the plate now, Jorge Soler comes into this at bat 0 for 1 in the ball game. First offering on its way. Heavy sinker just stayed inside. Takes a look down at the knees for a strike. From the windup, the 1-1 pitch. Now a ball swung on and heading for the stands in right, and that'll move the count to 1-2 now.
He hasn't used that pitch much this game. That's one he's been working on the bullpen, and now he's brought it into the game. If he's able to incorporate that in his stuff, look out.
A ball and 2 strikes. Here's the pitch. To 2 balls and 2 strikes now. Bases are empty. 1 man out. And that misses there, so he runs the count full now. Something has to give. Here's the payoff pitch. Slow roller back to the mound. Throw on to first, 2 gone.
second baseman, RAUL MONDESI.
And that brings in the speedy RAUL MONDESI Jr. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. A tough sinker on the inside corner.
With 2 outs, they're not playing him to bunt here, and he didn't show it there, but I wouldn't be surprised if he wasn't at least thinking about it. He handles the bat pretty well, and he can definitely run.
Bases are empty here with 2 men out. Hit to short. Lindor has it. Throw to first in plenty of time, and the side is retired. Royals go down 1-2-3. They're on the short end of a 1-0 score. Back alongside Harold Reynolds and Dan Plesac, Matt Vasgersian, as Carlos Santana settles in to lead off the inning. Some activity out in the bullpen now as a couple of left-handers begin to stir. First pitch coming. Here it is. And this is going to be a foul ball. Here comes the 0-1. And a pitch in the dirt as he lays off. It's 1-1. And the pitch. Grounded foul toward the coaching box at third. Ready on 1-2. Again, he sends it out of play. Looking to punch him out again. The pitch. And that's going to be high. 2-2 now. All even at 2-2. Here it is. Oh, a fastball swung on and missed, and for the second time today, he's gone on strikes.
I always like watching pitchers that attack with their fastballs until there's a reason to start mixing it up. He hasn't needed many of the secondary pitches so far in this one, and there was another good fastball for a strikeout there.
In now, Jose Ramirez, as the first pitch to him is in there for a called strike one. A hit in 2 at-bats for him at this point in the ballgame. Swing and a miss. It's 0-2.
I gotta say, his command of the corners in this start has been pretty exceptional. He's mixed east and west really well, and it's a big reason why he's had success.
1 out, nobody on. Ripped on the ground to first. Fielded cleanly by Hosmer, and he'll step on first himself for the out.
Now batting, shortstop, Francisco.
So here's Francisco Lindor now. He doubled earlier in the game, 1 for 2 to this point. Called a strike on the outer half. 0-1. 2 out, nobody on. And this ball's heading for the seats down the right side as the count will move to 0-2 now.
Oh, that's one he's going to want back right there. A fastball right in your wheelhouse, and you foul it off.
Just a touch outside. 1-2.
Boy, it's hard to sit on an 0-2 fastball. I think that pitch just locked him up a bit. But lucky for him, it was just a little out of the zone.
Trying to send him packing for the second time. Swinging a ball hit softly on the ground. And he struck him out, his 8th punch out of the ball game, and that one ends the inning. Indians go down 1-2-3, but they're up 1-0. Here's ALCIDES Escobar, the shortstop. 1 for 2 on his line so far in the game.
ALCIDES Escobar.
And that's in there for strike 1. Well, it's been a good outing so far, but he hasn't really racked up the strikeout totals that you might think, Dan.
Yeah, it amazes me how every game you pitch can be so different, Matt. Sometimes it feels like guys can't touch you and you're just punching everyone out. But other times you don't have your good stuff and you really rely on movement and location to get outs. That's been the case for him today, and it's really working.
Swing and a miss, and he's quickly in the hole. 0-2.
Tell you what, his spot has been the outside pitch right there, and now we're late in the game and he continues to pound the outside pitch, and it's really working out for him.
The windup and the 0-2 pitch. Smoked on the ground up the middle. To his left, Lindor. Throw to first gets him, so the leadoff man's retired here to begin the 6th.
Baseman number 8, Mike Moustakas.
The third baseman, Mike Moustakas, now. He comes in 0 for 2 thus far. Infield in the overshift here. Now the pitch. And a high strike to begin the at-bat. It's 0-1.
Well, that was unexpected. You're looking for that sinker down. He throws a fastball up. Now he's just changed the game on you. He's forcing you to look somewhere else.
Open stance by Moustakas, and now the pitch. Hit sharply on the ground. And there's his first base hit in this one.
Matt, did you see where they were playing him? They're playing him in the shift, and he just did not care. If you hit the ball hard, I guess that's his philosophy. It was going to get through anyway, and we saw it right there. Base hit into the shift.
In now is LORENZO CAIN, as he'll take a look at a slider here that finds the zone for strike 1. 1 for 2 in the ball game thus far. And he gets a piece here as this ball is fouled away. The 0-2 delivery. Got him swinging. Chased it well out of the zone, and there are 2 gone.
It's so hard to hit when you're behind the count 0-2, right? You have to protect for the fastball. You have to look for the soft stuff down and away. You're really at a disadvantage when you fall behind 0-2.
First baseman Eric Hosmer is in, as he'll take one up in the zone, but indeed in the strike zone for the first strike. No hits to this point. Little chopper back to the mound. Throw in time, and the side is retired. 1 left for Kansas City. They're down 1-0. Mike Minor enters to do the pitching in the bottom of the 6th.
Number 66, Mike Minor.
EDWIN Encarnacion now. Due up are the 4, 5, and 6 hitters, and they're hoping that this is the part of the lineup that can get something going.
Yeah, only 1 run on the board so far for them. They just haven't had consistently good at-bats.
Action in that KC pen now as a right-hander's begun to loosen up. There's a fastball right over the inside corner. And the pitch. Back up the middle. Played on the backhand. And he will whip this one over to first in time for the out.
Left fielder number 23, Michael Brantley.
Ready once again, Michael Brantley. He's 1 for 2 in the ball game. Lefty versus lefty, and the first pitch misses for ball 1. The windup and the 1-0 pitch. Swung on and lifted in the air to left center. CAIN calls off the left fielder as he takes charge for the second out.
The right fielder, number 6.
Stepping in and ready for another shot, Brandon Geyer. 0 for 1 for him here in this one. First offering on its way. And there's one well above the zone for a ball. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. Ball 2. Minor into the windup. Here's the 2-0. 3-0 now. And this one misses inside. A ball. He walked him, and they've got themselves a 2-out base runner.
Now batting, catcher, Jan Gomes.
Digging in and looking for more, Jan Gomes. A hit in 2 tries so far. He's set, and the pitch. Takes a look at one catching the outside corner. 2 out with the man at first. And this one misses to the Cleveland backstop. It's even at a ball and a strike. Now he'll step off and fire to the bag, and he'll dive back in. Now a foul tip that's held onto at the plate, and the count moves to 1-2 now.
Boy, he juked him out of his shoes with that changeup. Stood almost no chance of doing anything with it, but it probably looked good coming in.
The 1-2 pitch. Slider stayed too low. Ball 2. He's set. Here's the 2-2. Squared that one up just a little late.
That's a nice pitch right there. He threw him a breaking ball, comes back with the fastball, and now he's late. Now he doesn't know how to adjust. He's kind of caught in between. You got him set up perfectly.
A swing and a drive to center field. That one's got a chance. CAIN going back at the track. The wall. Oh, give me a break. That landed in Heritage Park. Two-run shot to straightaway center, and the Indians move in front now, 3-0.
Well, the lesson here, folks, is you simply cannot give up 2-out walks because they always come back to bite you in the side. That turns what was going to be a real quick inning into one you want to forget real quick.
Up next for
Stepping in now, Eric Gonzalez, as he looks at a fastball that misses off the plate for ball 1. He's 0 for 2 in the ballgame so far. Into his windup. Here comes the 1-0. And a slider on the inside for strike 1. Here's the 1-1 delivery. And that's swung on and fouled straight back. got him. And that's the third time we've written a K next to his name in this one. Indians get a couple of runs here on the strength of this 2-run home run. The 5, 6, and 7 hitters to start the 7th. It's 3-0 in favor of the Tribe. Back here in Cleveland, 7th inning coming up with the Indians on top. But before we get any further, let's check out our game summary for the first 6 innings. So stepping in, Salvador Perez. He'll be tasked with starting things as we begin the 7th. Some action out in the bullpen. Couple of right-handers starting to loosen up. Into the windup and the pitch. This ball will be chopped foul. The windup and the 0-1. Here's a cutter that's off the plate, 1-1.
He's obviously been very impressive on the mound in this one, and I think the big reason why is his ability to stay out of the middle of the zone. That's kind of obvious, but it's clear to me that even when he misses his spots, he's not missing over the plate.
On the ground up the middle, Lindor ranges to his left. And the throw to first is in time, so the leadoff man is gone here to start inning number 7.
Now batting, left fielder, Alex Gordon.
Ready for another shot now. Alex Gordon, 0 for 2 on his line thus far. And here's a fastball called for strike 1.
Well, Matt, we talk about first pitch strike, right? Look, it's not great what he's been doing, but he's over 60% of the time. First pitch is going to be a strike. That's a nice little nugget to have if you're the starting pitcher.
Bases are empty, 1 man out. Took a wave at one around the shins with no luck.
Well, he got the leadoff guy in the inning on a ground out, and now he's 0-2 to start this at bat. He looks really sharp so far to start the 7th.
Into the windup. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. Good job to spoil that one away, and he stays alive. The windup and the 0-2 pitch. And a neck-high fastball that time. And there's a sinker that he just spits on as it misses low.
And it's late in his afternoon of work, and the longer this at bat goes, the better chance of him making a mistake. But as a guy starts to tire, they're more likely to leave the ball up. But man, he's been good so far.
Now a swing and a chopper foul right at home plate. Now another 2-2. And this is fouled back and out of play. Ready with another 2-2. Full count, 3-2.
Well, now they wait to work the count. This is a long AB, but if they wanted to have any shot at him, you need to have these kind of at-bats early in the game.
Something has to give. Here's the payoff pitch. And the third baseman will have a look at it, but this is back into the seats. Hopped up. Santana is there for it. 2 gone.
Up next for the Royals, designated hitter, Brandon Moss.
Ready for another chance? Brandon Moss. He's 0 for 2 thus far in this one. Now some movement in the Tribe bullpen as a right-hander starts to loosen up. First delivery to him on the way. A knee-high sinker, tough pitch, strike 1.
Matt, this is one of those games that has that guy right there, his head scratching. He's trying to figure out, how do I get these guys going? We may see a team meeting to motivate them a little bit better.
Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. 1-1.
1-1.
Ready to deal. Here's the 1-1. Down the first baseline, but this will get foul. It's a ball and 2 strikes.
Boy, he's been great in this one, and he's only 1 strike away from putting another 0 on the scoreboard.
Strike 3 called as he can't get the bat off his shoulders. Side retired. KC down in order. Still down 3-0.
Your attention, please.
New pitcher coming on now. It's a submariner from down under. Seems fitting, the Australian-born Peter Moylan. Digging in to try it again. Austin Jackson 0 for 2 here to start the afternoon.
Austin Jackson.
And this is on the outside corner for strike 1. That's over, but low. It's a ball and a strike. He's set. Here comes the 1-1. Leaves a slider up high, but it's taken for a strike. Ready on 1 and 2. They really bunch him up on that one as he swings and misses for the first out.
Really good pitch right there. So you're moving the ball all around the strike zone, and then what do? You come in. That's a hard pitch for any hitter to do anything with. Just really makes it difficult to get that bat head out.
Here's Carlos Santana now, as the first pitch to him is off the plate for a ball, 1-0. He could really use a knock here. 0 for 3 in the game so far. Go, 1-0 pitch on the way. Sinker stays outside and is behind now 2-0.
Wow, not a great spot to be in right now. 2-0 to a great hitter like this. This is when you really have to pay attention as a pitcher. And if you have good off-speed stuff, this might be the time to start mixing in your off-speed stuff.
And this is fouled at the plate. Gets the sign. Here comes the 2-1. Sent foul again, and after being way ahead, now it's even at 2-2. Two and 2 count. Here it comes. And that one never threatened the zone. It's gone full now to 3-2. Full count. Here it comes. And this one misses to Santana, and he'll take that free pass down to first.
Well, he gives up the walk, but that was a really good pitch. Might have been just out of the zone, but not by much. A lot of guys would have gone fishing for that pitch, so sometimes the hitter just outlasts you.
Jose Ramirez will stride in again, and before he takes his cuts here, let's flash you back to the 3rd inning. This was just a solo shot, but it definitely helped get this offense going. In there for strike 1.
Now, I'm sure these infielders know it, but this hitter can burn down the baseline. So if he puts a ground ball in play, the defense is going to have to make a perfect turn to turn 2.
The 0-1. And that misses. 1-1. Runners on first with 1 down. Slowly hit to first. I don't think they can get 2. And he dives with the baseball, but makes the play for the out. Oh, that was close.
Sometimes for a first baseman, the best thing you do is just go ahead and tag the guy like that. Hey, there's a lot more that can go wrong when you try to throw to the pitcher or the second baseman covering.
So here's Francisco Lindor now. He's got a hit in 3 at-bats to this point. Here's the first pitch to him. There's a knee-high pitch that catches the zone. Ready with the 0-1 pitch. Swinging a soft liner, and he dives to make a spectacular catch. What a play there to end the inning. Worth a second look here, as this is a beauty to end the inning. We're back to Progressive Field after this. Striding in once again, Jorge Soler. He'll start things out for us here in inning number 8.
Jorge Soler.
In there for strike 1, 0-1.
Objective number 1 right here is finding a way to get on base. So I'm not surprised to see him taking on the first pitch there.
The windup and the 0-1. Right over the middle, knee high.
He's feeling it out there on the mound, just getting the ball and throwing it with a lot of confidence right now.
Into the windup. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. Heavy sinker just stayed inside. Here he comes on a ball and 2 strikes. And that slider's almost in the dirt. Time to be alert for signs of tiring here in the 8th. He's a pitch away from 100.
Yeah, but he has been so good. You're talking about getting into the 8th inning with 100 pitches. Not many guys do that.
Into the windup. Here comes the 2-2 pitch. Boy, good cutting action to that pitch, as that's the first out of the inning.
The bottom third of the lineup hasn't put up a lot of resistance in this one. Pretty much has been sure outs other than that one hit. That really puts a lot of pressure on other guys to make stuff happen. These aren't the guys you usually count on, but it certainly helps if they can do something productive.
Now here it comes. RAUL MONDESI is in for the 3rd time now as he takes a ball outside. It's 1-0. Into his windup. Here comes the 1-0. And that pitch misses in the dirt, and it's 2-0 now.
Hey, this at-bat sets up really good right here, right? Hasn't seen a fastball yet, but now he gets to count at 2 balls and no strikes. He has to be looking for a fastball right here.
Down low, and the plot thickens here. 3-0.
Hey, one of the things you want to do with a starter, get that pitch count up. Here's another productive at bat, is this count now gets to 3 balls and 2 strikes.
Here it comes on 3-0. Sinker stayed high but called for a strike. 4 pitches, all takes. He's showing a lot of patience here.
And I like that from a guy like him, Matty. He can do a lot of damage on the base pass with his legs, so there's no reason for him to get overly aggressive if he's not getting anything to handle.
And he takes a cold strike at the knees, and that'll run things full. Looking to fade his first walk. Here it comes. Bounce to first. Gloved by Santana, and he'll take it to the bag himself for the out.
The batter, number 2, shortstop.
Here's ALCIDES ESCOBAR, the shortstop. And they're down to their final 4 outs here, Dan.
Yeah, it's not looking too good for them right now, Matt. They've got a significant hill to climb, but they've got to take it one bat at a time. A couple of guys get on, and then who knows what could happen.
And a first pitch sinker is over for strike 1. Two out, nobody on. Good changeup there as he takes command. 0-2.
Well, he finds himself down 0-2, but you know what? He looked at the first 2 pitches, but they're different pitches, both down. Good pitchers pitches. Sometimes you got to tip your cap.
can't get him to chase. It's 1-2.
Well, all of the umpires in the seats thought that was strike 3, and they weren't far off, but I think that was a good call. Looked to be just a bit outside.
Ready on 1-2. Pitch popped up. Santana is over. He makes the play, and that'll end the inning. Royals go down 1-2-3. They trail it here 3-0. Matt Strom is on to pitch out of the bullpen in the bottom half of the 8th.
Number 64, Matt Strom.
Edwin Encarnacion now. He'll have a new pitcher waiting for him as we begin their half of the 8th.
Edwin Encarnacion.
And he takes ball 1. He's ready. Here's the 1-0. Takes a fastball on the inside corner. 1-1 now to Encarnacion. Takes a fastball on the inside corner. A ball and 2 strikes. Here's the pitch. Here's a high foul ball as it finds a lucky fan in the upper deck for a souvenir.
Well, I think he's trying to get that 2-strike fastball out of the zone. Just caught too much of the plate right there. Fortunately, he fouled it off instead of putting it in the seats.
Got him swinging on the fastball there. Edwin Encarnacion becomes the first out in the bottom of the 8th inning. Here's Michael Brantley. As the first pitch to him runs a bit inside for ball 1. He's working on a 1-for-3 thus far. The windup and the 1-0 pitch. Takes a look down at the knees for a strike.
Good pitch right there from the reliever. Tough for hitters to do much with pitches in that location unless they're looking for it.
Here it comes on 1-1. Swung on and fouled as it looked to make it all the way up into the concourse area. Here he comes on a ball and 2 strikes. And he lays off a pitch outside as they draw even at 2-2. And now a pitch on the way. Popped up towards the seats as this gets out of play. 1 out, nobody on. A swing and a miss. He offered it a ball way outside the strike zone for out number 2.
No problems for him on the mound since he's come out of the pen to start this inning. That's back-to-back Ks, and he's making it look pretty easy. This has the makings of a good outing so far.
Digging in once again, Brandon Geyer. First 2 men in the inning have both gone down via the punch-out, so we'll see if he can fare any better. And a ball popped foul to the right side, out of play. Here it comes. Another one fouled off, and he's quickly behind 0-2. Looking to set down the side on strikes. Here it comes. High and deep to left. This one's got plenty of distance. Onto the home run porch and gone. Solo shot here to left as the Indians continue to pull away. It's now 4-0.
I know one thing with this homer, it might make the decision to send the starter back out there a little easier for the manager. You've got some wiggle room now, and he's been pitching well, so I expect they'll be having that conversation in the dugout. You know he wants to go back out
there. Here's the catcher, Yan Gomes. as he will take strike one on the fastball here. No balls and a strike. He's 2 for 3 and looking for more here. Swing and a ball hit deep down the left field line, but that'll be a loud foul ball. The windup and the 0-2 pitch. Too high. 1-2. And an off-speed pitch swung on and missed, and with that, the side is retired. But the Indians add to their lead thanks to this solo home run. Last chance coming up for the Royals, and the Indians have taken a 4-0 lead. The third baseman, Mike Moustakas, now. He's going to lead things off in their half of the ninth as they try to avoid the dreaded shutout.
It's never a good feeling to get shut out, and over the course of the season, it's bound to happen a few times. They've just been overmatched by good pitching.
Some stirring now in the Cleveland bullpen. They'll get both a left-hander and a right-hander up and throwing. Ninth inning underway now as the first pitch is taken for a called strike. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. Sinker. 1 ball, 1 strike. From the windup, the 1-1 pitch. Looks at a two-seamer right down the middle. Open stance by Moustakas, and now the pitch. Strike 3 on a pitch in the dirt. Gomes has it. He'll throw down to first, 1 away. In now is Lorenzo CAIN. He's got a hit in 3 at-bats to this point. Into the windup and the pitch. A slider that just grabs the outside corner.
He's been doing a nice job out there on the mound, but the deeper you get into the game, the more the hitters have seen you. This is the part of the lineup that he has to be really careful with.
Cold strike on the outside part of the plate. 0-2. So 2 pitches in a row on the outside corner for strikes. You think he stays out there?
I think he does. One thing you don't want to do, though, Matt, it's not a good idea to throw the same hitter, the same pitch 3 times in a row, back to back to back, but I think he might throw it here.
And he looks at a ball. 1-2. One and 2. Here it comes. Drilled right back up the middle. A diving try, but he can't haul it in. It's through for a base hit.
Well, that base hit right there broke up a streak of 9 batters in a row. So maybe that just gets a little confidence to the offense, feel like, okay, now it's our time to get to him.
The first baseman, Eric Hosmer, is in. He was a ground out victim last time up. Takes a high fastball for a strike.
That was an interesting pitch, Matt. Look, we're in a double play situation, and everybody knows he's got that hard sinker. Get that ground ball, maybe get a double play. But he didn't throw it. He just threw a fastball. I don't know what he's doing right now, but he got it in there for a strike.
He's set. Here's the 0-1. This is in the air out to straightaway center. Jackson is under it, and he makes the catch for the second out. And he will scurry back to first as he'll think twice about trying to move up. Here's the catcher, Salvador Perez. He's their last shot here with 2 away in the ninth as they look to avoid the shutout.
Yeah, Matt, they just haven't had any answer for the great pitching so far in this one.
He's ready. Here's the first offering. Swing, and that's hit out of play up into the plaza level. And there's ball 1. Perez waiting on the 1-1. And there's a called strike 2 as now they're down to their final strike this afternoon. Now this crowd right around 35,000 strong on their feet. And this one gets away. And he'll make it into scoring position here with 2 away, as that'll be scored a wild pitch.
Well, the intent there with that 2-strike pitch was obviously to get him to fish for something he couldn't do a whole lot with, but there's the risk that comes with that as well. If you don't execute or your catcher can't handle it very well, you give up 3 bases.
1 strike from a shutout. Here it comes. Now a swing and a fly ball. And this should do it. And that's going to put an end to this one. And the Indians get a complete game shutout from their starter as this ball game is over.
Wow, not only are complete games rare in this day and age of Major League Baseball, but a complete game shutout. This guy was in total command from the 1st inning through the 9th. Totally dominant in this one.
4-0 the score this afternoon. So that just about does it for Harold Reynolds, Dan Plesac, and our crew. I'm Matt Vasgersian. You've been watching MLB The Show. For more, make your way on over to theshownation.com.